All right, guys. Well, as you can see, my shoe room is a mess. I came here to record a video for you guys, but just give me a few minutes to clean this up real quick. All right. Not perfect, but I got most of the, BS off the ground. Because I do still got to go to work today. So let's get to this review. What's up, YouTube? It's good to be back. I haven't been in the sneaker room, to do a review for you guys in what feels like a week. Usually it's every other day, every day. So I'm happy to be back. I did have a good time at SneakerCon. I didn't have a great time, but I was able to network with some people. I met Benny the Butcher. I met Tony D2 Wild. Did not meet Kai Cenat. I'm honestly grateful for that. Me and him are like opposite ends of the spectrum as far as like people go. So honestly, I didn't want to get caught in that rowdiness. I'm sure the mass of people around him was insane, and somebody gave him like a free pair of Red Octobers just to be on stream, and anyway, a bunch of foolishness. However, I do want to give a special shout out to Seth Easton. It was good to meet Seth. It was good to meet Tafari Taylor, Co from ATATF, and Detroit Dave. Made what I think was a good impression on you guys, and nice to have some conversation with you guys, and I'm sure we will be seeing you guys soon. So shout out to all of you. Anybody I missed, shout out to you as well. I'm going off the cuff because I gotta go to work after this. So let's get straight into the video. So today I'm going to be talking about the 2025 Air Jordan 3 Pure Money. The last time this released was not a Pure Money, but it was the silver anniversary edition of this shoe, but it was the exact same to almost every degree except for the shape of this shoe. But the Pure Money aspect, it first dropped in 2006. The Black Cat and the Pure Money came out around the same time. These are two monikers that Jordan was given. Pure Money not necessarily being his nickname, but just being Pure Money, similar to Kevin Durant's Easy Money Sniper nickname. For anybody who's in the basketball world, you know what Pure Money means. You know what money means. And then the Black Cat, obviously, that was a nickname for Michael Jordan himself. So this did release first on the Air Jordan 4 in 2006, Pure Money and Black Cat. And then 2007, those were Jordan 4s. Pure Money and Black Cat 3s was the next shoe to receive this treatment in 2007. So this was a pretty instant classic at that time, both of these shoes, or both of these colorways. Shout out to Propel, the sponsor of this video. I'm just trolling, guys. It's my first time looking at them in real time with you guys. So I have watched some review videos on it. Shout out to Sole Inclined and shout out to Wear Testers. I do like watching both of these guys because they're pretty well informed, and they're not just out here like, I don't know, like some of the people are just a little too animated for me. So I just need you to talk about the shoe, and let's move on with our day. And I really appreciate both of these guys. Shout out to Wear Tester for he's very informative about the shape. Some of these things I probably wouldn't even notice if it wasn't for him. So shout out to Chris from Wear Testers. But the first thing I notice about these is the shape. This is one of the best shapes we've had in an Air Jordan 3 in a long time. Obviously, for anybody who knows, the 1988 edition of the Air Jordan 3, which is the original, features like way slimmer here in the toe and in the collar, heel area. And throughout 2005 to 2020, we were getting these really bulky retros. So it seems that Nike is learning that we want to get back. We want to wear what Michael Jordan was wearing. We don't want to wear these Bobo shoes. So I'm gonna grab some just so we can compare a little bit. But off first glance, these already do look pretty good to me. Double sponsor. Brought out a few. All right. Well, let's start with one of the more recent retros, which this is the reimagined retro from, what is this, 2023? Was that the release date for this? Production date ended in 22, so yeah, probably 23. I can't really remember. So let's just look at the elephant print here. Even like this is supposed to be reimagined. This is supposed to be one of the closest silhouettes we've gotten, closest shapes we've gotten to the original, and they did it even better on this one, in my opinion. So obviously the elephant print is just a little bit thinner on the Pure Money, but I mean, this was the closest thing we had got before this. So just keep that in mind, that they did even better on this. Like if they could do retros like this every time, I think we would have way less complaints for Jordan Brand as a sneaker community. And it's not even like everybody notices this, but they did the same thing with the reimagined Black Metallic 5s versus the Grape 5s of this year. Like we thought the Black Metallics were very good shape. You know, just because it's a reimagined series, we thought that it was going to be close to the OG with just a little twist. Well, we were wrong. I mean, it was pretty good, but the toe is just not where it needs to be, but they fixed it on the Air Jordan 5 Grape. So I did talk about that a little bit more in depth in last week's podcast video and in the Jordan 5 review video. So go check one of those out if you haven't already. If you're new here, we do appreciate you guys here at the Sole Sanity Sneaker Podcast. Me, Eli, Rich, and Jeremiah. We are a team, and we create weekly sneaker content for you guys, and in the meantime I'm here to do some reviews and some other fun things for you guys in the meantime. So if you do like these videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate you guys. Let's go back a little bit more just to accent the differences. Let's see, this retro is from at least 2020. Dang, it's starting to age a little bit. Still not crazy high as far as but you can see all of these shoes are the same size, by the way, that they just, well, except these are smaller, but the collar is just starting to get a little bit wider and thicker here, and then the toe with each one that I bring out is just going to get a little bit bigger here. So, and then these were my babies back in high school. Jesus, I wore the crap out of these. So just gets a little bit bigger. It's really not as like big of a deal as I'm making it seem, and a lot of you guys probably don't even care, but the shape is one of the most important things to me as far as this shoe goes, especially threes, because they're one of the best silhouettes. It's the first silhouette designed by Tinker Hatfield, and they deserve a lot of respect, but they were done wrong for so long. Like this is a thick shoe, and they fixed it on these, but this collar right here like made these so bulky. But that was back in the era where we were wearing the either joggers here or the pants inside of our, inside like over the tongue, but still inside the collar. So I understand, and maybe that led to a little bit of that. However, I'm not here for this anymore. I probably look like a clown if I pull up the footage of what I look like in these. So let's get back to the Pure Money. That was just a little comparison that I wanted to show you guys real quick. Overall, shoe was really good. Standard technology from the Air Jordan 3, encapsulated air foot unit, visible air foot unit here. We got the patent leather that is a little bit different than last time. It's a little bit more glossy, but everything else to the shoe stays pretty much the same. We have the silver eyelets on the top and on the bottom, gray accent eyelets in the middle, polyurethane midsole. We have it's a black Dream Cell insole. Let's take a look at it. Super thin, very standard. It does have a silver Jumpman imprinted on there, but this is a Dream Cell insole, so it's not the cheapest one that you can get, and it's not the worst, but it's nothing crazy. So if you want to switch this out for something better, you guys go ahead and do that. We have the white elephant print laces, which was pretty standard, has been standard on the retros for the Pure Money and the Black Cat ever since they released first in 2006. On the bottom, we have the gray Jumpman accent. which one of these got done better this year? The Black Cat 3 or the Pure Money 3? Let me know down below in the comments. In my opinion, I would say this shape is a little bit better, and the suede on the Black Cat 3 or nubuck on the Black Cat 3 was just so like almost ashy prematurely that I didn't end up getting them. I'm not going to get these either. This is a pretty hard pass for me. I'm not a fan of all white shoes, but if I was able to find these for a decent price after release, because I don't see these going too crazy. If I was able to find a decent pair of these after release, then I would consider it just based off the shape. So before you guys answer down below about what release was done better, the Black Cat 3 or the Pure Money 3, remember to keep in mind that this detail did return on these, but not on the Black Cat. So behind the tab is a Pure Money sign, pure with an S, and then the dollar sign, obviously. On the black pair, one was supposed to say black and the other one was supposed to say cat. This detail did not return for the 2025 retro. So I think Jordan Brand is listening to us because we did complain about that. So they brought it back for this one. I'm glad for that. I do think it looks better on the Black Cat. However, this is still looks like a better retro overall, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think down below. And did you guys know that that was there? Be honest. If you failed the test, you got to subscribe. So these do release on, I've heard 2 dates. July 3rd, which is Thursday. Interesting. And then I've heard July 5th, which would be a Saturday, which I assumed it was going to get moved to. And I've seen 2 different dates and 2 different people, 2 different places. Even in my store, I've seen 2 different dates. So I'm not sure on the official release date for these. So just stay tuned this week if this is something you're interested in. Make sure you go ahead and enter your raffles because it should count regardless. It's not like you have to enter the raffle for the right day. So these released with a total price of $205 this week. And let me know if you guys will be copping these. Like I said, I will not be hard pressed for these. I don't think a lot of people are. They will still be a clean summer shoe. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's going to be a lot of these outside. But they did the retro fairly well. Overall, pretty good shoe. B+. I'm just not a fan of all white shoes, but I'm glad we're getting even slimmer Jordans. I can't wait until I can get I can't wait until every Jordan is the way it was when it originally came out. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to coming up. Comment down below what I can bring to you guys. I'm able to get access to a few different things sometimes, so just let us know down below. And if you guys are new here or if you guys are old here, we appreciate all of you. And I will catch you guys out on another video. Peace.